everybody, it's me, Devin Decker, with the Say Report. And joining me as always, I got my buddy in Ohio,
Siegen Sarowick, who is not going to blow out your speakers, I promise you.
Oh, I'm definitely blowing out your speakers. My computer is yelling at me for how loud my voice is right now.
Yeah, when it goes into the red like that, and then the orange, and then plaid, that's probably about a good sign.
Oh yeah, we've definitely gone chartreuse, buddy. Forget plaid. Is chartreuse worse than plaid? You should get back to us. So welcome to the Say Report.
Yeah, we should say that. Oh man.
Well, I said you're your host Devin Decker for the Say Report, but do you know who I am? If you're listening, maybe you do. Siegen, can you be honest with me? Are we just recording this to impress that kind of cute girl who was at Dave and Buster's at one time?
Well, no. She can totally listen though if she wants to. No. We are recording this for all of the cute girls out there. I don't understand. What is the question?
I just wanted to make sure. So, all good art, this art is only to try to meet women. Got
exactly.
you. I'm Devin Decker.
All of podcasting.
All art, man. Everything in life. I don't know. That Futurama, they have that good thing about it.
Yeah.
Why you shouldn't fuck robots.
As usual, we defer everything eventually to Futurama. So at the end of all conversations, look up more at your local Futurama.
You can find more in these episodes of Futurama. I Dated a Robot, Season 4, Episode 15. Guest voice, Lucy Liu.
Here you go.
So Siegen, I'll take the reins and say, what are you doing here, buddy? What brings you to the Say Report?
We decided that we needed to get together and we needed to start recording some of the stuff that you and I have just been kind of talking about and doing over the last, 10 years that we've known each other? Is that what it's been?
Oh my God, have we really known each other? We've known each other for at least 10 years. Probably 11, let's be completely honest. Well, it's 2017 right now. And we definitely met in 2005. So...
Yeah, we are going into our 12th year of knowing each other.
Just call it fucking 12, right?
Yeah.
11. But yeah, no, there was that cute girl at Dave and Buster's who's like, you should write a book. And I don't know how to write. So when Siegen's like, why don't we try to podcast it? And I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. But no, though, you and I have had a really good time over the last couple of years, and we've had a couple of separate projects that we've kind of crossed paths with a few times.
Right. If you followed Siegen here, it was probably from Super Kenshi Love Bus Mobile Cyber Squad Away.
Oh, so close, but that's okay. We'll go with it.
I think I may have screwed it up with Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. That's all I ever think of whenever I'm saying it.
But yeah, you can go back and listen to some episodes of that in which Devin is featured as an off-camera cameo many a times. I think we mentioned him at least twice. I know for sure once because of your delightful quiz that you sent in.
Yeah, I'm real good at quizzes. Oh, can we steal that from that show? I would love to give you quizzes on this. Really, it's just going to be me looking up trivia and asking you questions.
Yeah, and so as you can see, we don't really quite have a plan for this yet, but we wanted our friends to have something from us because we felt that you deserve it.
You do deserve it. 2016 is over, and everybody sort of personified it as a boogeyman or something, and it's no, it wasn't. It was just a year, and now it's 2017. And
I don't know where this rant came from, but sure. So now it's 2017, and I, as somebody that personified it as a boogeyman because 2016 can suck it, but we are going to make sure that doesn't happen this year.
What if 2016 came to your door and tried to suck it, Siegen? What would you do in that situation?
I suppose I would slap an explicit label on this immediately, and
So are we trying not to get the red E? Are we trying to be clean?
I wear that red E with a badge of honor. It's like the scarlet letter of podcasting. I'm in. Let's do this.
Well, the reason you do a podcast is so that you can say words like fucking cunt, right?
Right, exactly. Right. You couldn't do that back in the old days. You could do that all you wanted back in the old days.
You'd get fucking fired.
Though. Yeah, right.
What, Blue Lou? Blue Lou said fuck on the radio? He's fired. His name is Blue Lou, Dad. Are we really surprised? Yeah, I was proud of Blue Lou. I'm not going to lie to you, Siege. I'm not going to lie to you. We definitely need cameras. You were right about that.
Yeah, I know. See, the problem is we're doing this whole Skype thing, and we can't see each other, and so I can't tell when I'm making a joke whether it's landing, and that's really unfortunate.
The laughter doesn't give it away.
Well,
sometimes you're right. You're right. In an audio medium, sometimes I do forget to have an audio response to your humor. Sometimes I might just be smiling.
Right, exactly. Or, if you're rolling your eyes at me, I need to know when a bit's also failing in that monumental way as well.
I like that you think you're going to fail, buddy. I don't think we're going to fail. I think we're going to succeed.
Oh,
all right.
Always set up for failure. Then you're never disappointed. That's what life has taught me.
I like to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I think that's a much better way of doing it.
Yeah, all right. I don't know what 90s band you stole that from, but let's...
Dude, if there's not a 90s band who wrote that, let's perfect time travel technology, go back to the 90s, and write that song.
And that's how Vertical Horizon began. It's all our fault, Devin. It's all our fault.
That's good. I was going to say Evan and Jaron. Remember Evan and Jaron? They're like my favorite band. I'm not even lying to you.
You're totally lying. That's not
No,
possible.
no. She rolls the window down and she talks over the sound of the cars that pass us by. And I don't know why, but she's changed my mind.
This might have been a bad idea.
What? Well, look at that. 6 minutes in, it may have been a bad idea, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you listening. Not going to lie. I guess I don't know. So the Say Report. We were going to call it the Say Report, but I didn't think we were juggly enough to get away with that.
Without the T? No, we need the T.
No, the T is going to be there. We're just going to pronounce it like Stephen Colbert pronounced the report.
We can't just ignore it. Because that's not what we do, Devin. We don't ignore any little detail. Not on this podcast.
We also don't ignore any of the letters, even Q. I hate the letter Q. Thinks it's so fancy with his little tail. Screw you, Q. But you know what? I will treat all letters equally because alphabet lives matter.
So that's what this is going to be, folks. That's exactly what this is going to be. Devin and I are going to tap into a lot of the stuff that me and him just kind of talk about on a regular basis and record it. Not going to lie, more often than not, it's going to be things like, what movies have you seen lately? What music are you listening to? What video games are you playing? But I mean, overall, it's going to be fun.
I don't like to just give a glance behind the curtain so early in it. Sejan came up with all of that on the fly. That was very impressive. I need to give him a golf clap because we don't have cameras yet. If we had cameras, he would have seen my eyes light up like a slot machine, and he just hit the jackpot with that. But yeah, that is what this is going to be. In fact, we'll have some homework for you guys at home, but we'll bring that up after we hit the 10-minute mark. So,
all right,
something to look forward to.
In that vein, like, is there anything real big that we feel like we need to get out immediately, or do we want to hold on to some stuff for our full episodes?
So I guess I will bring this up. I think this is fair. You've seen La La Land, right?
Yes.
You've seen La La Land. Yeah. Let's not talk about how we feel about it, but let me say this. After 3 watchings, I view La La Land very differently than I did the first time.
Okay, that's interesting.
I know that's kind of a loaded thing. Like, it's just like I saw it. I mean, the first time I saw it, I was so excited. I found a theater that was playing it. It was an hour drive away from my house, but I'm like, ooh, I'll get to see it in 2016 because at the time they were saying that it wasn't going to release until 2017.
Yeah,
I think January 13th was the date. So when I saw that it was
very limited release, and still is in some places.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like when we saw it on. We saw it on Wednesday, and my sister said, "Oh, wow, I'm really happy to see it still packing people in." And I'm like, the wide release was 3 days ago.
Yeah.
It's still going to pack people in after 3 days. But yeah, that's it. But I saw it on the 16th of December, and then I saw it the 27th and the 28th of December. Crazy. Like, just a crazy amount of things, but just people wanted to see it, and I'm like, I didn't have anything better to do. So I saw it. That many times, and I view it very differently now than I think all these people who have seen it the one time and have like this just nostalgic and kind of driven by their desire view of the film.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, we could definitely talk about it.
Well, yeah.
The one thing that you and I need to talk about at some point is I definitely picked up the first 2 Shantae games, and
well, the first 2 that are available, right? I'm sure you're gonna get the Game Boy Color
one.
one.
And 2 and 3, I guess, is what it is.
Yeah, Risky's Revenge and Pirate's Curse. I'm so happy you bought them. That makes me super happy.
Yeah, and I got into Risky's Revenge, and I'm at the second dungeon, which is
the Ammo Baron, right?
And the timer is killing me. That's the thing that's killing me is the freaking timer. I like health-wise, magic-wise, we'll talk about it some more. But but I'm way into that game now, and I'm super pissed off that I've hit this one block that has nothing to do with like ability or anything. It's just Well,
the craziest thing about that is that the Shantae games, like everybody says by design, they were built for speed running. So like if the timer is the thing that's screwing you up, that's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Because I will say that like in the fourth one, Half Genie Hero, there's one of those forced movement levels where you have to climb a tower.
Yeah.
And that right there, it's not a wall for me, but in my speed running, it became an issue. Because that game, unlike the others, you have all your transformations unlocked from the very beginning. Oh. So you have a transformation that like should make that much easier for you, but it's still a forced movement thing.
So you actually go faster than the screen is moving.
Exactly. But it doesn't stop you. The screen doesn't stop you. So you can go off screen. And it's like, no, I can't do that. So it's like it would almost be better not to use that transformation. And in fact, the game designers themselves put a spot where you can't use that transformation. You have to use the one that you would originally use. So I'm real impressed with it. I mean, I got the platinum on the 28th of December. I finished all the trophies and stuff for the new game.
Like, when did it
came
out?
On the 20th.
I thought
so 8 days. Yeah. It was, and that's like and that's because I couldn't play it. Like I was busy on the 20th and the 21st. I played it, and then I was stupid busy through to the 28th, and that was the first day I could sit down with it. And I actually cleared it twice that night, one with 100% and one without 100%. But I had to go through the whole game both times to do that. So yeah, man, they're fun games. Like once you figure out like the way around the things that are holding you back, especially that. I don't know. I got to play Risky's Revenge again apparently because I didn't remember that there was a timer section.
The battle tower is timed. You have 3 minutes to get through it, and they give you pluses. They give you time plus throughout. Like you find drops, but like man, it's not enough. Like I always end up with like 10 seconds more, and I probably would have been fine. But man, it's killing me. So there's very clearly like a very specific way they want me to do it, and I haven't figured that out yet, and that's pissing me off.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
All right, so with 3 minutes left, that's what it is. It's going to be movies. It's going to be video games. It's going to be all sorts of stuff. I have a Destiny character now, and I would love to play Destiny with you. Yes, also, I don't know if you hinted at having Overwatch, and I wouldn't mind playing some Overwatch with you either.
I do have Overwatch now, which I am not into at all, so you're going to have to help me get into it.
I can tell you, that's the thing. If you're playing alone, it's very difficult to get into it. Once you group up, we had a group last Friday. We were just mowing everybody down. Like, we were undefeatable. Me, my sister, and, like, 3 random guys that we found in a game decided to make a team. And it was, So I'll try to get you there.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man.
All right, so here is the homework for next week or next week, whatever. What this is, I don't know when this is going to drop. We don't have a schedule yet. But you'll probably have listened to it. And I don't know, do Mondays work for you, Sejin? Like, is this something you could do every Monday? It's Monday, by the way, behind the scenes again.
Getting to see how the sausage is made. Yeah, no, it's Mondays work for me, but I don't know if they'll be. That means they'll be out Tuesdays, maybe a little bit later than that. So
yeah, so
you gotta remember that when we're recording. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. We'll figure it out. I mean, this is like real off the cuff. That he's like, let's do it. Let's say report, and I'm like, okay. So, so what you want to do in the next week? It's on Netflix. It's nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Comedy or Musical. It is the film Sing Street. It is by John Carney. Watch it. Watch Sing Street because Sejin and I are going to talk about it next Monday. That's also homework musicals. For you, Sejin.
Woohoo, musicals. Talk about some of that stuff. I'm excited.
Well, it might be a comedy, Sejin. I didn't say that it was a musical.
Okay. I will not take cues from the title then because movies suck like that. But anyway. Oh, and by the way, just the last note on La La Land. Definitely within 2 minutes of the first song starting, 4 people walk out. So
really?
Clearly didn't know what they were getting into when they came into it. Yes. So, like, yeah. Within 4 minutes, they were just like, I'm done.
I have to be honest with you. That happens to us more than anything else that I can think of. Is that you and I have so many stories about movies starting and people leaving.
Yeah.
And is it just because I'm at the theater so much? Or is it like they leave when we're there? Because I tell people that, and they're like, what? People left?
Yeah, part of it is because we go to the movies so often that we see that more often, but also part of it is we're annoying people. I mean,
Oh yeah, no, Brother Solomon. I can definitely, if I were not us in the Brother Solomon screening, I probably would have left.
But that's because we were the only ones that got it.
Is there even anything to get? I think that's what you have to get. All right, so that's 15. So watch Sing Street. Siege, anything to add?
No, I'm super excited to do this. So let's do this.
All right, so this is the preview episode. They might be longer in the future. Again, it's still a work in progress, but we have it all together. We figured let's put something together. Let's release it to the ether for all of you to enjoy. So thank you for listening. As always, I'm Devin Decker. This is where you would say, and I'm Siege Sarowick.
I'm Siege Sarowick.
All right, wait. And with apologies to your mother, this has been the Say Report.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to the Say Report with your host Devon and Sijan. Any questions, comments, complaints, please hit the guys up at thesayreport@gmail.com. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at The Say Report. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.